Hello, this is Jacob Lewis, and today we're going to be making a hero image section for the website I'm working on for a client. And as you can see, I have this basic bare bones theme that I've built from scratch, and that's what we're going to be using here. I've already installed some plugins. And if you don't know what a hero image is, a good example is on Apple.com. You can see this large area directly under the navigation where they have a slideshow. That's what people are calling hero image, and it's a very popular, trendy thing right now. And there's a reason. I mean, it's very bold, and it's eye-catching, and it allows you to deliver your simple message or your call to action right away, and just really, just eye-catching. It's better, I think, than having a bunch of jumbled up content right away, unless that's why people are on your site. But if they're coming to your site and they don't know much about you, then you might want to have a big headline and maybe a sub-headline that says a little bit about what the site is or what you do, and a call to action. So that's what we're going to set up now. So let's go over here, and I'm going to go to the dashboard, and I'm going to go over here. Now you can see we've installed a couple plugins that I'm going to be using. Page Builder by Siteorigin, and then the Siteorigin widgets bundle. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here into the Siteorigin widgets, and some of them are disabled by default, including the hero image widget, which I really like, so I'm going to activate this. I'm also going to activate features, headline. I may use these later, not sure. Call to action. And that's good for now. Testimonials will activate. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to right here under settings. We're going to go to reading, and I'm going to change the front page to a static page, and I'm going to use home, and then I'm going to hit save. So now if we go to the home page, it just looks like that. Now I'm going to go to edit page, and I've made a custom template that actually doesn't have the title, so I'm just going to select that for the home page and hit update. Now, Siteorigin Page Builder gives you this extra tab here, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to hit this Add Widget button, and we're going to select Siteorigin Hero. So now I'm going to click on this to go into it, and I'm going to add a frame. You can actually use a single frame, or you can put a slideshow in here. For now, I'm going to use a single frame, but I may add more later. So, well, the process is the same. If you want to add more, you can just duplicate the current frame with this button or add another frame here. But I'm going to go ahead and bring this frame down. And right now it's blank, so I'm going to go ahead and put a headline in here. So bold headline. I'm going to bring down this toolbar with the toggle, and I'm going to select heading 1, and we're going to center that. Then I'm going to go to the next line, and this is my awesome sub-headline. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and make that heading 2 and center it. And then below that, I'm going to center, and I'm just going to do sharp bracket buttons and close. this is the short code that will include whatever buttons we add right here. So if I put a button and I say work or my work, and then we're going to choose the URL for that. So I'm just going to choose the work page. And then I'm going to go ahead and you can change the button styles. So I'm going to scroll down here, and I kind of know what style I'm looking for here. So let's see, we're going to keep it centered. I'm going to use the flat theme. So there's the wire, flat, or atom. The flat is like filled. Atom's kind of a 3D button, and wire's just the border of a button with no fill. So they can all look good in different situations. And I'm going to choose a color. Now I'm going to go ahead and open a new tab here. I've already got my color scheme picked out, so I'm going to go here to color schemes. And I'm going to click on this. So for my button color, I think I will go with this purple for now. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to change the button color here. Just paste that in. And we're going to make the text white. All right, and we'll make it completely rounded. All right, so I think that's good for that. Now, I'm going to close the buttons here. And down below, I can choose a background image. So I'm going to go ahead and select a file. Now, for this example, I've just saved one on my desktop. I'll probably end up updating this later. But I saved this clouds photo from my friend's profile. It's not super high res, but it'll work for now in this example. I usually go for an image that's about 2,000 pixels wide, roughly, maybe a little bit less, or else the quality starts to suffer. So, and then I go ahead and set media. And I also try and keep it not too high a resolution, because if it's too high, the page will take forever to load. So it's finding that balance. And I find that around 1800 or 2000 pixels wide is a good size usually. So, background image type is cover. I don't see any other option there, so that's fine. And you can even have a color behind the background image and make the background image more transparent so that your text shows up better. But we're going to see how this looks first before we do any of that. So I'm going to hit done here, and I'm going to hit update. So now let's take a look. Okay, so far it's okay. It's not great, but it's moving in the right direction. So I'm going to go back here into edit. And under this row, I'm going to go to edit row. I'm going to go to design, or actually layout rather. And instead of standard layout, I'm going to do full width stretched. So that's going to make it go all the way to the edge. And then I'm going to go back in here and just checking these options. Everything looks good. All right. So I'm also going to go down here and then add, it says extra padding on the top. And I'm going to go ahead and add 150 right there for now. And we can even choose a heading font. So, I mean, usually I do that through the Google Fonts customizer later, but I guess I could just pick one for now. Let's see. A popular one that I like is Roboto. There's also Open Sans looks good sometimes. Just got to experiment. There's tons of awesome Google web fonts that you can use here. So we'll just try that for now. Update, and we'll view the page. Alright, that's looking alright. We definitely want this to be taller though, I think. So I'm going to go here to edit. Click on the image. You can scroll down here to the bottom. And as far as height, let's make it 800 pixels. And let's update that. And there you go. Now you have this awesome full screen first impression for your visitors, and it looks great. We can click on this button, it would link to the work page. Could even add a second call to action next to this if there is a secondary element that we really want to feature. Like maybe they, instead of seeing your work, you want to have a contact button there or on the other side, and some cool things you can do here. And this is just a simple example. You can get as creative as you like. So I hope you learned something from this, and until next time, I'm Jacob Lewis. Check out my portfolio at bluelotusmedia.com and let me know if you could use my services. All right, thanks.